Hi everybody, this is Rahul Ram. You know I'm dog crazy, as you must have made out by now. So I help run an animal welfare organization called Neighborhood Woof, which runs a dog sterilization center in North Delhi, in Timarpur, on land which is provided by the MCD. Now, we have been in the process of trying to make India's best sterilization center by redoing the whole thing as a public-private partnership for the last 10 months. We are on the end part, and I am asking you to watch the video that comes after this with my wife speaking. She talks a lot, so मैं क्या करूँ, सुन लो. और एंड पे ना वीडियो के वो है वो QR कोड, तो आप अपने दिल खोलिए और बाकियों को भी बांटिए जो आपको लगता है इसमें इंटरेस्टेड होंगे. ठीक है? Thank you.
Strange way, the recent orders of the Apex Court make this story much easier to tell. It's cast the spotlight on what we've been talking about for years: the poor state of the ABC program, surveillance, monitoring, and most importantly, infrastructure. Let's take a look at what we've endured over the past. From a dingy 10 by 10, rat-infested, damp space made by Jugaad, we've upgraded to proper resident quarters adjacent to the surgical block. So we have a resident kitchen, and then we have a senior staff manager's room, a vet's room, and a dorm, and a toilet for the girls, one for the boys, extra space for our permanent dogs to also live on site. A lot of thought, deliberation, argument, and hard work has gone into building this block. It's changed my perspective on life altogether. Our operations earlier were extremely tedious. It was difficult to find a proper workflow. Cleaning equipment, manpower, everything was required in extra. We've worked really hard to try and fix that in the architecture. So we begin with the tagging bay, where dogs will be weighed, tagged, and their blood samples taken. The blood test machine is right opposite in the phlebotomy, which is a room dedicated for blood work machinery, free of rats. A dedicated scrub facility where doctor scrubs in for surgery, instruments and drapes are washed, and that leads to the operating theatre. This would be doctor's entrance. 14 intake kennels, so that's about 30 dogs that can be housed here, made and designed in a way that they're surrounding our working space. So the dogs can be monitored by the prep and surgical team at all times. The preparation room, which is where dogs will be actually prepared, shaved, their bladders evacuated before surgery. And my favorite spot, the little surgical laundry, from where material from the scrub room comes in to be washed and laundered after surgery. There's a small observation bay with a large window looking straight into the OT. Again, in case there's a dog that has trouble waking up, we don't like putting them into the kennels before they actually completely wake up. So this is again that buffer space for the dogs to be. Then there's recovery for the first day, that is temperature regulated. That's why it has proper complete roofing, so that we can make sure that it's cool in the summer and not too cold in the winter. And then we move out to our larger recovery kennels, which is for dogs for day 2, 3, and 4. And not to mention a caregiver's bay for caregivers to come and meet their dogs. Once past the finish line, we can look forward to definitely much smoother, cleaner daily operations. Most importantly, financially sustainable operations. There is no way we would have achieved this without the support that we have got so far. This year, we've actually managed to raise the maximum amount that we ever have as an organization, not only managing to sustain our operations while construction work was on, but almost concluding the construction work as well. We're almost at the end. Please help us pass the finish line. To me, this is a shining example of public-private partnership. When the authorities failed, we did it.